What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tech JRD back again with another video, and today I want to talk about why only having iOS and Android is bad for the market. Now, a little backstory. I'm 29 years old, and I've been messing with phones since I was about 18, so I've been in the phone game for a little over 10 years. Now, back when I first started doing all of my phone buying and researching and starting falling in love with tech, there was so many different mobile operating systems. There, Nokia was running everything with the Symbian, and LG had their own thing, Samsung had their own thing. Everybody had their own thing, which back then there were no smartphones, quote unquote, but everybody was running their own operating system, and we had tons and tons of choices. And that was what made me fall in love with phones. Like, we all could literally pick between 10 different things that we wanted. And with how things are right now, we don't have any options. We have iOS and Android. Yes, there's hundreds of different Android phones, but they all run the same thing. And yes, they all look different, but it's still Android as far as like apps and everything go. And the reason why I bring that up is I believe the best mobile operating system of all time, which is probably not popular opinion, but the WebOS on the Palm Pre was the best mobile operating system that ever came out. It was so far ahead of its time. The cards, the multitasking, the switching between apps and everything it's what Apple's doing now. And when WebOS came out in 2009, and Apple didn't integrate it till last year in 2017. So they were literally almost 10 years ahead of its time, and Palm WebOS did it just as good as Apple is doing it now with the gestures. Now, I know gestures aren't for everybody. I know a lot of people actually hate gestures, but I actually liked it, and I got a Palm Pre right when it came out, and it was like the best mobile operating system I ever used. But like I said, it's not for everybody. My whole point is, why, do we have to be stuck with only two? Why can't somebody get it together and give us more options? Like, I love Android. Like, I've been Android since day one. I bought the G1 the day it came out, when everybody was still, the iPhone only had been out for about a year at the time, so everybody was still on the iPhone hype. But when Android came out, I was full force in the T-Mobile store signing up for my Android phone. So I love Android, but I do feel like, we got complacent with it because we're like, oh, all we need is Android because they give us, 100 different phones a year from all these different manufacturers, which is great. I like having those options, but I also loved having different mobile operating system options. Like, as much as I hate Microsoft products, I used to love trying out all the different Windows phones when they were still around. Like, I know I'm not like everybody, and I know I like testing out everything, and, certain people just like to stick with the same thing time and time again. But like, if we were going to stick to that rule, iOS would have never been born or got popular, because we would have been fine with our Windows phone or our Nokias and stuff like that. But yeah, so I don't know. Let me know what you think about, another mobile operating system. I know Samsung has been working on the Tizen OS, which they're running on their watches, and they're supposed to be making their phone version, I guess. But we'll see where that goes. But let me know what you think down below, and have a good one.